Florida once had a public higher education system built on a 2+2 model with an overriding goal of providing access to higher education. 20 years later, after a steady stream of reform proposals, several originating from this House, we have a higher education system with no clear mission, universities pursuing overlapping agendas despite limited public resources, and our community colleges rapidly transforming themselves into four-year degree-granting institutions. We've got a board of governors unsure of how to exercise its authority or execute its mission. And we as a legislature, and I freely include myself in this critique, have contributed to the problem by parochially advancing the interests of our local university or college at the expense of the system as a whole. If left unchecked, members, we will continue to have a higher education system that is aggressively racing toward mediocrity. Now, I'm not standing before you today to tell you that I know the solution to the problem. In fact, the Florida Constitution makes it clear that it is not the role of the legislature to dictate the mission of the state university system. That role is reserved by the Constitution for the Board of Governors. And while this may not be the system I would have designed, if we're going to have a successful higher education system, we need to stop playing musical chairs with the governance structure and focus on implementing a modern, coordinated system for the state of Florida. Since we have contributed somewhat to the muddying of the waters, it is my hope that the Florida House can play a constructive role in clarifying them. To that end, I've tasked the House Education Committee to engage our university presidents and the members of the Board of Governors in a dialogue about the future of our system. During week 2 of session, the committee will visit with the remaining 9 presidents, or this Friday, the presidents of the University of Florida and the Florida State University will meet with the Education Committee. During week 2 of session, the committee will visit with the remaining 9 presidents over the course of 3 separate committee meetings. The purpose of these conversations is to help solve a problem of vital importance for the future prosperity of our state. And so I would ask the members of that committee and all of the members to please approach those conversations with open ears and open minds. We have not started down this path with a predetermined outcome in mind, and these discussions may or may not result in legislation this session. But the time feels right to have this conversation in no small part because this is our chamber's last opportunity to draw on the wisdom and experience of Dr. Bill Proctor before he is termed out of office. Dr. Proctor was a leader in the state on higher education issues before I was born. He is, along with our beaches, our sunshine, and the Everglades, one of Florida's most valuable natural resources, in my opinion. And I can think of no better person to help us chart that path to success than Chairman Proctor. Our state has reached that moment in history, members, where we must find new pathways for success. The undeniable fact is that the stability and diversity of our state's economy are inextricably linked to the maintenance of a strong and dynamic system of higher education. We've got to ensure that Floridians are provided with the tools they need to compete in the global economy. And I've often said that government cannot create jobs, but we can promote public policies that create the stability, the confidence, and the opportunities necessary for the private sector job creation to occur. I know all of you share that goal. I know it's a goal that's shared by our partners in the Florida Senate and shared by our governor. While the three entities may have a different idea or approach on how to best address those challenges, I believe we are more similar than different. We all want to see Florida's unemployment rate continue to drop as jobs return to the private sector. We all want to continue to reduce the burden of government on Florida's families and businesses. And we all want to promote a vibrant, diverse K-20 education system. When our founding fathers envisioned that system with defined responsibilities and constraints for each branch of government and a bicameral legislature, they did so to foster discussion and debate, and that the nature of the debate and that constant conversation effectively limits the power of any individual elected official. But thankfully, members, it does not reduce the possibilities of what we can imagine or what we can accomplish when we work together to support our mutual priorities. With the Constitution as our guide and our commitment to the future of the state as our mission, we will achieve extraordinary things for the people of Florida.